Is that for real?
Live from Studio B at KPRC Channel 2. Houston Live starts now.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Houston Live. So glad to have you with us today. I'm Derek Shore.
And I'm Courtney Savala. You know, one thing we love to do on this show is highlight all of our local people and their stories. And you can always find a Houston connection in that story somewhere.
You always say that.
Yes.
There's always a Houston connection. Whether it's local talent making it to the national stage or a small business spotlight, today we're taking a look back at some of our favorite stories.
And we hope you enjoy this special edition of Houston Live, Best of 2020.
Today we are shining the spotlight on a native Houstonian who's a star fitness trainer and uses her platform to help thousands get their bodies and minds in shape.
That's right. We are talking about Peloton instructor Tunde Onyenyen, who's a powerhouse on the bike and whose positive message goes beyond physical fitness. Tunde, welcome to Houston Live.
Hi, what's up, H-Town? So good to be here.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
We are so excited to have you here, and we have to just shine a spotlight on you because, of course, you're Nigerian descent, but you grew up in Katy, went to Taylor High School. I know in every ride you do, somehow, some way, you squeeze in H-Town somewhere.
Every ride, whether it's me sharing an H-Town story or seeing someone on the leaderboard with the H-Town hashtag, I've always got to show my hometown love.
Well, and today I have so many friends who are such big fans of yours, taking your classes. I know you spent 12 years as a makeup artist in LA. Now, though, you're going on just your second year in New York City as a Peloton instructor. You are so good at this job. It's like a fish in water. I feel like you were meant to do this. So describe to us how this experience has been for you, considering you have touched so many lives.
You know what? I say it often. I'll say it again. I could have never dreamed that this would be my story. Growing up, I wasn't athletic. Growing up, I wasn't fit. I struggled with my weight. I struggled with confidence, and somewhere between then and now, I got active. I fell in love with movement and my body's ability to move, and it's kind of just now been my life's mission to open the door and give access to more people to fall in love with movement.
I think it is so great. It's so powerful because you speak to so many different fitness levels. And I think that's what's really important, especially during the time of this pandemic. We were at home, and whether that meant getting somebody off the couch and just going out for a walk, it not only does the body good, but girl, let's face it, it does the mind good.
Right. Right. And I think that that's what's so unique about this time is that specifically people who maybe didn't work out or move before because of time or just the accessibility of it have now found the importance of it. Like being in some ways literally locked in your homes, we now understand even greater the importance of just like getting out there and moving, walking, running, cycling, whatever be your modality, but really giving importance and space for that mental connection as well.
And today, I think it's so great that you've shared some of your personal story, your own perseverance to push through the tough times. And now, how incredible that you use a great playlist, right? You can literally reach thousands of people at one time. Do you get a lot of feedback from your riders that it's not just a great workout, but it's almost like a therapy session?
Yeah, and I go into each class with that thought. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna get a really, really great workout, but wouldn't it be so awesome if you could take from this 20-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute experience? Wouldn't it be awesome if you could take so much more? You're going to sweat, you're going to burn calories by virtue of it. Wouldn't it be so awesome if you could get more? So the way that I plan or design the programming of the class, the way that I plan the playlist is it's all to tell a story, to be able to put you in a space so that you leave the workout feeling both physically and mentally better than you did when you started.
Well, you are an inspiration to all of us. I love the Tunde move. I like to just, you know, sit on the bike or at work, and I just kind of do this. I throw my head back, and I do it right there with you, girl. I'm right there.
I love it.
Listen, when you're back in town, in H-Town, let's go meet up for some chips and salsa, some queso. You are such a great platform to shine a light on.
Salsa, throw a margarita in there, guacamole, all this. They don't have queso in New York, so yes, queso date when I'm in Houston. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. And by the way, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
It's on Saturday.
Tunde, Aline, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
And if you would like to keep up with Tunde, you can do so. Check it out on our website.
That's right. She is so cool.
So cool.
I feel like I had a workout just watching video from those classes.
We're Renovate. I'm Courtney, and this is my mom,
Kathy. Renovate was started on a whim and a prayer, or maybe a whim and lots of prayers. We decided to launch in 2014. We wanted our space to feel like you were coming into somebody's house. But we really try to have the majority of our items are either handmade or made in the United States. Beautiful boards. It is a Texas person. They balance well on flat heads like Courtney. We try to find, kind of like us, the weird things that aren't maybe mainstream. Christmas mask gives you a little spirit. Meet me under the mistletoe.
I tell people working with my mom is like the best of both worlds, that we don't work together every day 9 to 5, and we have an awesome team here at the studio.
We have a good division of talents because Courtney's got much more of a business head and I have none of that. So I do more of the displays and staging and buying side. Vintage, shiny, fuzzy, all kinds of stuff. Courtney is more on making sure the doors open, the lights do work, we can pay our bills.
We will be open Shop Small Saturday this year, and when you come shop at Renovate, we kind of envision that you can find something for everyone on your list. Things that are unique, that are definitely handmade. These are just bright and happy for Christmas. Pom-pom trees. Our hand-painted Santas are a really popular find. We've got a few left of those.
One important thing about Shop Small to me is people are able to put a face to something. Like, these big department stores are awesome. You can go in and probably, you know, do your whole list, but you can also come to a small shop and do your list too. And it's much more personal, it's much more hands-on, and I think it's an awesome thing that it's celebrated.
When everything shut down, like, small businesses were who people rallied around, but also they were able to rally. Like, I've had several friends who've said, it's awesome that we can call and y'all will curbside, or we're offering local delivery probably forever, but so that you don't have to get out of your house or get the kids out of the car or whatever. At Thanksgiving week, just how thankful I am. Like, Renovate makes me grateful. Not that it's not stressful to run a small business or that we don't have hard days, but before we had Renovate, I didn't work with my mom. We didn't have this team that has become friends. It's funny when people thank us, we feel the same way of like, well, thank you for being here. And so it's just lots of like gratitude and community, and it's been so fun.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What would be like a relaxing 10 days for you? What would you do for 10 days?
Why did you put the word relaxing in front of it?
Can you relax?
Not for me. I will talk to you never.
I love her facial expressions, like the entire thing. I love it. That's a clip from Indian Matchmaking, one of Netflix's most popular dating shows of 2020. And since there's always a Houston connection, as I always say, a Bel Air lawyer has become the star of this docuseries by staying true to herself.
The only way to live, right? Her name is Aparna Shewakramani, and she joins us now to chat about her experience on the show. And also, Aparna, how are you handling all this newfound fame? During commercial break, you were mentioning some of the trolls. We get them here at Houston Life, too, around every corner.
I know. They're just a part of it. I had to learn that very quickly on day one. I just soak in the positivity. There's so much to take in, especially because the show launched globally. So for me, I made the quick decision, focus on the good, forget all the bad. You don't have time for it anyway. I mean, I'm sleeping less than 3 to 4 hours a night.
What?
I'm working full-time as a lawyer. I have my travel company that I started a year and a half ago that's doing quite well right now. Even though we're not traveling, we're still doing a lot of strategy and stuff. And I'm doing press day and night. Literally, I do most of my Asian press from 9 p.m. to midnight every night. And then I'm starting European press sometimes by 7 a.m.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so remarkable to me. And so, okay, let's just start from the beginning before we get into what we see on Netflix, because I feel like I know you already. When somebody, you approach this thing, hey, you want to go and like look for love on, in a docuseries. I mean, were you hesitant at all, or were you just saying, yep, sign me up immediately?
Well, I was in the airport on my way home from LA to Houston. It was a Sunday morning. I'd been there all week. I'm visiting my friends. My flight was delayed. United is always delayed. And I was like on Facebook, and I saw a friend had posted, are you single? Are you South Asian? Are you looking to get married? If so, apply here. And so in the line, without thinking about it, I clicked on the application, filled it out, attached any 2 random photos on my phone. I think it asked for 2 or 3 photos, and forgot all about it. A week later, I got a phone call, and they said, hey, you applied. We're interested in talking to you. And I didn't know what I had applied for. I forgot. I forgot. And so that's how it all began. It was just something I did on a whim. Funny to think about now. But
okay. And so you did it on a whim, and how funny that you never expected something you did on a whim to change your life the way it has. But also, one thing that this series does is it really takes head on. It almost challenges some of these stereotypes, these cultural stereotypes about dating and marriage and relationships. So what did you learn throughout this process, if anything?
Well, from the taping itself, I just learned that, dating is the same, whether or not a SEMA auntie matches you up or someone else. The first date is always awkward, and it's getting to know the person. And now we had the extra element of 14 to 16 people watching us and miking us and listening to us during it. But it's still a first date. You're still getting to know someone. And it's been interesting after the show, the way I guess I never understood how other people saw arranged marriage. But so many people, especially Europeans and Americans, have been like, oh, I thought arranged marriage was a forced marriage, but you had a choice. And I was like, yeah, that's not really the definition of it. And so I think what's interesting also is seeing the after effects of people learning about, my culture and the South Asian diaspora and the voice that we actually do have in the arranged marriage process.
I think it's really interesting, and you don't hide behind anything about what you want and what you're looking for. I'm just going to read some of these because, and these are your beliefs, right? There's no need to be with a husband all the time. I'm correct, right? Yeah. I mean, dislikes men with a sense of humor, beach vacations, and children at weddings. The one clip that hooked me into you that I'm like, I think I could be friends with her, is that when you said, comedy, I don't like comedies.
I don't like bad comedy. And a lot of men who think that they're funny, when you're on a date with them, they expect you to laugh at their jokes, and they're not funny. If I want to go to a comedy show and listen to an expert and enjoy it, I'll buy my ticket. I'll pay for it. I don't need to date that man. I'm more than happy to pay for a ticket to a good comedy show.
Well, and also the looks on these poor guys' faces.
I know.
I shouldn't call them poor guys, but they do look a little bit shocked, Aparna, when you respond the way that you do. Something I love about you is you say in the series, you are not afraid of rejection, right? You are not going to change for any man. Did you always have this sort of outspoken vibe about you, or is that something that, after childhood came for you later in life?
My mom says I was always very decisive. And so she said when I was like 3, I was telling her what I wanted to wear, what I would eat. So I think that's me, but I also think that's part of the show, right? They tape me for hundreds of hours, and this is an hour of it that you guys are seeing. So they're definitely portraying a very stubborn or, straight-laced lawyer. And that's not really me in life, but it fit the archetype that they needed for the show. So I don't know. I'm still best friends with Shaker. We talk every day. I'm seeing him in Chicago next week. I still talk to Dilip and Jay almost every day. Like, those men and I had 10-hour dates sometimes. They weren't really, they aren't the men for me, but they're really good friends. And so what we're seeing on the show and those weird edits, our dates actually went well enough that we're still all best friends. So I don't know. I think that TV is TV, and then there's real life.
Exactly, and it is edited, right? It's edited to get people to watch and all of that. But I think at the end of the day, what's really cool is that you all remain friends. You just did a Zoom too. You had kind of like a reunion, right?
Yeah, Vyasar, actually, the Austin guy, set it up for us, and he just did it pretty last minute. He's like, why haven't we done this yet? It's been a month since the show came out. Let's just get on Facebook Rooms, I think it's called, or Hangout. I don't know. I'm not cool enough to know the names for it. But I was literally out and about running errands, and I rushed home, and I logged on, and I saw all these faces. And, you know, I do talk to a lot of them individually. You know, like I said, I talk to Shaker every day. I talk to Ankita in India a lot. I've had one-on-one conversations with most of my castmates. But it was just cool to see us all together like that. It was a Friday night. We were all having drinks or you know, unwinding from our work weeks, because we're all working full time also. And it was just fun to be together and to share stories like that. It's a chance, you know, it's the first chance that we've gotten to really do that.
And Aparna, we're tight on time. We got to let you go soon. But one last question. We were mentioning editing and how things are cut together. How accurate do you believe Netflix captured? How accurately did Netflix capture your vibe and your personality? Fair?
Not at all. Not at all. That's not me. But that's a fun version, and I think it made for good television. People obviously enjoyed it, and that's what's important with TV and entertainment. But that's what it is. It's entertainment.
Well, we appreciate your time and input today and coming on the show. It's great to meet you over Zoom as well.
Yes, it was wonderful being with you guys today. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you again soon, and good luck looking for love. We're rooting for you.
Keep us posted. Invite us to the wedding. We do have a link to connect with Aparna on our website. Definitely check it out.
And we will be right back.
Welcome back. You know, when the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo were postponed because of the pandemic, athletes around the world were heavily impacted. And that includes one Houstonian who has been chasing her Olympic dream for a decade now.
And it certainly has not been easy. Despite 6 knee surgeries, Taekwondo athlete Victoria Stambaugh has stayed positive through it all. And guess what, folks? She is joining us right now. Victoria, it is so great to see you. And first of all, huge congratulations. Take us back to early March, because you were gearing up to go to the Olympics, and then suddenly that plan changed.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Again, thank you guys for having me here. It's an honor. Yeah, so my Olympic qualification was back in March 12th. And that was literally the last Taekwondo tournament of the whole year. So I had my Olympic qualification tournament March the 12th, and then boom, the very next day, they go ahead and cancel all of the Taekwondo tournaments for the whole year. So it was like literally by the grace of God, I get my qualification tournament in, I qualify for the Olympics, and now I'm secured. So it's just a blessing, because so many athletes still haven't secured their spot for the Olympics. And so that's very nerve-wracking, right? So I'm just very thankful that I can just kind of take a breather and just enjoy this time of qualifying for the Olympics.
Absolutely. And of course, Tokyo, July 2021 will be your time to shine. We can't wait to see you then during the Olympics. But talk to us about sort of your road to becoming an athlete that you are, because born and raised in Pasadena, you started Taekwondo at the age of just 8?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so my dad was a professional boxer. He wanted to put me into a fighting sport. My parents decided Taekwondo, so I got into Taekwondo, and it really just went from there. I was a really good athlete pretty much at everything that I did, but I just kind of, you know, did really well at Taekwondo, and my parents kind of pushed me into that direction, and my coach as well. And so, you know, I made U.S. national team at 15. At 17 years old, I went to Puerto Rico to make their national team with a great opportunity from them. My family is Puerto Rican, so I went ahead in 2011 to compete for Puerto Rico. And so it's been a long journey.
Well, and speaking of your long journey, Victoria, ACL surgery in 2010, ACL and meniscus surgery in 2012, and that list goes on and on. 6 surgeries. Was there ever a time when you thought, oh my gosh, this is just not going to happen?
Oh, 100%. My first ACL surgery, I was young. I was 16 years old, so I was like, okay, you know, just kind of come back from that. That never really went well, that surgery. In 2012, I tore my ACL and meniscus, and from that point on, I said, I'm done. I quit. I can't do this anymore. Like, it was too much for me. I really felt the prompting that I really had to keep going for some reason. I don't know, but I did. And then the following year, I had to get my ACL redone that I had back in 2010. So in 2013, I had 2 surgeries, basically. And then again, in 2018, I had a meniscectomy of the meniscus. And then last year was actually my biggest surgery ever, where they went ahead and had to take out about 80% of my meniscus. So that was the time where I said, I think I'm done. I don't know if I actually can come back from this, be an athlete, let alone qualify for the Olympics. I really didn't think it was possible. So that was the moment for me where I was like, I don't know if I can actually do this. I don't think so. So it really took my faith and my perseverance to trust in God and just to persevere and keep going and to just trust God and just do it.
And look what happens when you do that. I mean, look at Lindsey Vonn, female skier, U.S. athlete. I mean, amazing. She has that same story of perseverance, and I love that you channel that. And I think that's what separates the elite athletes from everybody else, because if you want it bad enough, you find a way to get up and do it again. And I think that speaks volumes to not only the person that you are, but how you were raised by your parents.
Oh yeah, my parents, they're my biggest supporters. Obviously, my dad has been my #1 fan. My mom has been my #1 fan. Like, I couldn't be here without them. I'm so blessed to have them as my parents. And they have been the ones to just keep pushing me and come on, Victoria, you got this. And just praying for me and just believing. And so, I mean, it was an army of people to make this happen. Mentally, you know, a mental coach, my, trainers. So it was an army to help me get this far, absolutely.
And you haven't exactly been sitting around the past few months, Victoria. You're a student at U of H, scheduled to graduate this fall after studying kinesiology. Congratulations. But also in the meantime, during COVID, I understand you and your fiance opened up your own facility. It's called Believe, Commit, Achieve Taekwondo and Parkour up in the Woodlands. This is incredible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we're so excited. After we got notification that the Olympics will be postponed for next year, we said, you know what, let's do it. Let's do this now. And we're the type of people, we overcome obstacles. And so this is a huge obstacle in our way, this pandemic. But we really, kept faith and just go for it. Sometimes you just got to go. You never know until you try, right? You say that all the time, but until you actually do that, you never know. So we went for it, and here we are today. I'm actually at my facility. So we're finally open. There was a lot of hiccups, but I'm not a stranger to that.
What's great too is parkour is wonderful for all ages. I see a lot of seniors doing this too to help with mobility and balance. So it's not just for young kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Parkour is great. And like Taekwondo and parkour, they have like very similar movements in some things, and they go well together. So this is actually the only parkour gym in the Houston area. So I'm really excited and just blessed that we're here and we're open.
Well, we are excited for you, Victoria Stambaugh. Looking forward to Tokyo 2021. And we can't wait to have you in studio, meet you in person. Maybe we'll take a class up at the studio one day.
Oh, that would be cool. Could we come take a class?
Yes, absolutely. I would love that. That'd be so much fun.
Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to mark it down. Victoria Stambaugh, thanks again. Best of luck and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much, you guys. Y'all have a good one.
And to our viewers, if you would like to keep up with Victoria, very simple, just visit our website, HoustonLife.tv.
Beautiful, inside and out.
Well, the action-packed dark comedy Lucky Grandma has been getting rave reviews, and one of the co-writers of the film is a Sugarland native. Her name is Angela Chang. She is joining us now from home. And you were just telling me during commercial break, this is the first time you've actually had to dress up a little bit, Angela. How's it feel?
Honestly, I feel very fancy.
Well, you look fancy, and we're so glad you're joining us today. Lucky Grandma, we're going to learn more about the film in just a moment, but let's talk about how someone like yourself, how do you go from Sugarland to working on the big screen? It's really exciting.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I basically went to film school in 2002, and I'd always wanted to make movies. I'd always dreamed about it. and I just kind of made my way in, moved to New York to try to make indie films, and here I am.
And here you are. Okay, so let's chat a little bit more about your history. Went to Clements High School, and you used to perform Chinese stand-up comedy as a child here in Houston.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? Because that seems like, I mean, stand-up is an exceptionally difficult skill. So how did you start doing that as a kid?
Yeah, so that was actually, it was Mandarin Chinese stand-up comedy, so everything was in Mandarin. I started performing when I was 5, and it was actually my mom's idea. She's kind of a stage mom, and wanted me to be able to speak fluent Chinese and English on stage, and so she wrote the scripts. She would book me, and our audience was the kind of burgeoning Taiwanese immigrant community. And so I think it was enormous comfort for them to see a little kid on stage be able to speak English with like a Texas twang, and be able to break back and forth from like Texas twang to Mandarin Chinese. So I'm not sure it was all that funny, but I think it was really entertaining because I was like a little kid.
And this led you to create a short film called 10 and 2 about a Chinese-American housewife who essentially she learned how to drive so she could leave her husband.
Yeah, I mean, I think it wasn't totally it wasn't like a one-to-one connection from Mandarin Chinese stand-up comedy to the short film, but I grew up in a really tight-knit Chinese community, and you know, so much of my storytelling comes from that Chinese community. And this short film was really based on a story of an auntie who had learned that her husband was cheating on her and then figured out how to drive so that she could actually confront him with it. So, so yeah.
Telling real stories about real people seems to be something that you have such a knack for. And we've said so many times here on the show, it's a popular saying that truth is stranger than fiction, right? That what happens in our lives becomes such inspiration for the art world. So talk to us about how Lucky Grandma unfolded and tell us a little bit about this story. I haven't seen the film yet. I can't wait, but I understand it's about a chain-smoking grandma.
Yeah. So Lucky Grandma is about an 80-year-old ornery, superstitious grandma who lives in Chinatown, Manhattan. And she's told by the fortune teller that she has like a lucky day ahead of her, and that she should really keep her eyes open. So she goes to, so taking advantage of this lucky day, she goes to the casino, she gambles, and spoiler alert, she sort of loses all the money. But then she finds a bag of money on the bus ride home and realizes that this must be her lucky day. But then lo and behold, she takes the money home, and the next day she is visited by the local Chinese mafia. So yeah, it's a dark comedy.
Oh, wow. Surprise. The mafia's at the front door. And let's talk a little bit about how the film's success, I mean, really sort of blew up. 96% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That is huge. The film has also been recently named one of the best films of 2020 by Vulture and IndieWire magazine. Those are pretty major kudos. How does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, we're really, really proud. We weren't sure what to expect because of COVID, but there's been such a community of independent theaters that really wanted to still keep watching movies alive. And so Lucky Grandma is part of the virtual cinemas release during these like unprecedented times. And people have been able to enjoy watching the movie in the comforts of their living room. And so we count ourselves as very lucky, but also very proud that it's finally out there for the audience to see.
Yeah, and we can pre-order the movie right now on iTunes. It premieres next month, August 4th. And one thing I think is really cool that you're doing, part of the proceeds from the film will go to support some of these art house movie theaters who have really, really been struggling during COVID.
Yes, that's right. So you can actually watch virtually right now if you go to a place like Alamo Drafthouse on demand and search for Lucky Grandma. You can actually rent the movie right now, and those proceeds does help places, art house cinemas like Alamo Drafthouse. And then on iTunes, if you pre-order right now, those proceeds actually go to help an organization called Welcome to Chinatown, which supports Chinatown in New York City. Because it was hit especially hard by COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's so many of my friends have been posting things on their social media pages just about the ridiculously unfair backlash that the Chinese and Asian American community have been experiencing during COVID. But you know what? There are a lot more good people in the world than there are horrible. I try to focus on that. We're almost out of time, just about 30 seconds left. But I understand, in addition to working on podcasts for TED Talks and short films, you're developing a screenplay about real estate in Houston.
That's actually just one of the projects that I'm working on, but my dad is an architect and who's been working in Houston for years, and so I have a particular interest in real estate and property development. I think that doesn't sound that sexy for a screenplay, but it is about a con artist. So.
Okay, we're looking forward to seeing that. Angela, thank you so much for your time. Again, the film is called Lucky Grandma. You can find it online, and again, you can pre-order for iTunes for an August 4th release. Angela Chang, thanks so much.
Thanks, Derek.
We will be right back with more Houston Life.
Well, you're watching video from the last time Houston designer Alan Gonzalez was in our studio. He stopped by in January to show us his latest collection. And at the time, he had no idea, none of us did, that face masks would be one of the most sought after items of 2020.
Oh, yeah. He is now making those masks with a new purpose. Alan joins us now by Zoom to share details on these special designs. Alan, it is so great to see you. And my goodness, this is almost like a strange coincidence that you had already been incorporating masks into your looks, and now you are using that to help raise money for a cause. So tell us how this all started a few weeks ago with your mom.
Definitely. I had no idea that we were going to be in this position so quickly. As you saw, I mean, it's moved so fast. I moved to New York. As you know, last time I was here, I told you that big news. I started working there, and I flew back immediately to be with family during this pandemic because I couldn't be away. And so my mother and I began making masks at home and selling them online and giving 100% of the proceeds to Meals on Wheels. It started with just her and I making about, 100, and the numbers grew. We did 200 and then 300, and now we've grown and we're making about 2,000 masks a week. So we've been able to bring in a whole team to help out Allentude and get those masks out there for people.
What is so great, Alan, of course, I mean, you are a Houstonian, a graduate of HSPVA and HCC's fashion program. What is so wonderful during this time when people are out of work, have been furloughed, you were able to hire more people last week to help with this cause.
I have to say that I feel blessed, and I thank the Lord that he gave me that opportunity, because we've been able to hire on 5 workers that are, coming in every week. We're doing everything that we can to stay 6 feet apart and stay sanitized. And I'm back where it's all started. I'm here thanks to Silver Street at Sawyer Yards, which is this artist conglomerate of group. I'm able to have the space to keep us all safe and keep everyone safe that's getting all of these masks.
And Alan, I know the first round sold out in just hours, so people wanted to get their hands on these. They're $15 each, and I understand some of them are limited edition. Courtney and I, we each have a couple different options, but I got to show you the one that I really love for Cinco de Mayo. Little chips and salsa action going on. So people are doing something, they get a great mask, right? But at the same time, they're also able to help get meals to our seniors in need.
Yes, we are selling out so fast. I currently have 3 designs that are online at allentude.com. You can see here, these are the 3 new designs that are on there, and they're only going to be there until we sell out. But we are putting out new designs every once in a while, so I would say follow us on social media at Allentude, and that way you can keep up when we drop new ones, because everyone wants to help out, everyone wants to stay stylish and safe, This pandemic, if all goes well, will go away, but fashion will always stay. So I say, make it fashion.
Cool.
Absolutely. It's part of everybody's look right now. And I think that's what makes it more fun and maybe more desirable for people to wear when they are out, to be able to put their mask on, talk about where they got it, tell them that this is, you know, a local designer. What's so wonderful right now, Alan, you have raised more than $4,000 for your cause right now. That is unbelievable.
We have. I think as, you know, a small little company that's trying to make it and growing every day, I cannot keep up. It is crazy the hours that we are putting in, but I feel really thankful for the support as we continue. I mean, we're continuously growing. The numbers are going to grow. And I'm just excited that that was the talent that I was able to share. And that's how I can help the community right now. Meals on Wheels is giving meals to elderly that can't leave their house. And especially during this pandemic, that's what we want. We want everyone staying home, staying safe.
It's so great. It's awesome to see you giving back, Alan. I've been wearing my mask the last couple of minutes. I have to say, it is a well-designed mask because it fits. You know, some masks are big and clunky. This is like very ergonomic. And Meals on Wheels, too. These are seniors over the age of 60, the Houston area and the Galveston area. And for many of these folks, they are homebound. So Meals on Wheels is truly a life-saving service because a meal is one of the most basic needs that we all have and many of us take for granted.
Definitely. I'm so happy that you love the mask. Thank you so much. We designed it out of comfort. You'll notice that the ear loops are not elastic. They're actually, we make them here. They're out of fabric, so they're super comfortable. I designed it knowing that sometimes it's going to be long wear. You know, sometimes you got to go places and have it on for a long time. So they are. That's been our #1 review. Super comfortable.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Alan. We love that you put your attention to the detail, the sustainability, and of course, attitude, right? Alan-tude. I love it. Thank you so much. And by the way, to connect, yeah, I love it. Check out our Scene on Houston Life section of our website.
Yeah, comfortable,
stylish,
and giving back. Alan, it's great to see you, and it's still amazing. Last week, you delivered 15,000 masks to medical personnel as well. So thanks for your efforts, Alan. We'll see you back in studio very soon.
Hey, Courtney and Derek, it's Sarah Grace, and I miss y'all so much. I haven't seen y'all in forever, and I have so much to update y'all on, but we'll have to wait for that. I hope that y'all are doing really, really well in this crazy time. I don't even know what to think about it. I've just been writing a ton of music, trying to make the best use of all of this free time that I have, which I'm totally not used to having because I'm used to going to school, being in all my crazy classes, being in all my ensembles, being in my band. So I guess it's kind of nice to have some downtime. I don't know. I love being busy. Anyways, I wanted to play y'all a new song that I actually wrote on the last day of school that I had. My school got canceled on March 13th. And that day, I was actually staying after to watch a dance show at my school. And I was sitting in one of the practice rooms playing, and I wrote this song. And it's actually really, really perfect for this time because take my mind off the world for a little while. This is a song called Funny You Ask, and I hope y'all like it. This much gas. Why am I running? Why am I running? Funny you ask. Why am I running? Why am I running? Way too fast. I'm gonna be free. Nobody looking at me, no. I wanna be free. Take of the world for a little while. I wanna be free. Take my mind off the world for a little while. I wanna be free. Take my mind off the world for a little while. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I can't wait to see y'all again, and I hope that y'all stay safe and healthy during this crazy, crazy time. Bye, guys.
Sarah Grace, loads of talent. Thank you so much for that. And we do have a link to connect with Sarah Grace on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
So it's time to get creative. We already see me rocking out my KPRC2 foam hat. This is really cool. So we're here with Manuel, and we're talking all about foam party hats. This is your own invention. You and another owner we're going to be speaking to in just a bit. Talk about these really great designs. I love yours too, talking about keep your distance. That's what we've all been doing for these times.
Yeah, so we founded this company 3 years ago, but this has been in the making for more than 15 years. My mother made all these hats by herself many years ago back in Venezuela, and then, you know, we migrated to the U.S., we founded the company, and then year by year we have been growing like 100% full, and we're getting to the point that, you know, we continue to grow and to be a really successful company.
What was the idea behind foam hats? I mean, what popped in your head when you said, you know, we're going to go ahead and do some foam hats? That's going to be the business.
So what happened was that we have something in Venezuela, in Latin America, that's called La Hora Loca. It's called the Crazy Hour. And basically what happens is like a wedding and a party or something that people get crazy. People are kind of like a little bit tipsy and then having fun. And
yeah.
Then, that's when you
we all know about that.
Yeah, that's when you bring the props. So back in the time, like all the props were the same, like it's the same cheap stuff that you buy anywhere. So my mom decided to just buy some like cheap material and make some foam hats, and the rest is history.
Yeah, and you know what? You're going to be selling your idea to Shark Tank. So talk about that. I mean, how's that experience being chosen to be on Shark Tank to talk about these amazing creations?
I mean, I gotta say, it's been like the biggest opportunity that we have in a lifetime, especially during this year. For us, it was really difficult as a business because the main thing about our business was weddings, big parties, big events. And when the COVID started, like all the sales hit rock bottom. And then we have to figure out different ways to sell more products. And then suddenly we got called from Shark Tank with film. And the show is going to be amazing. I hope all of you guys watch it at 7 p.m. this Friday, November 13th. It's going to be amazing.
Grace, this is so fun. Coming here and seeing all of these different designs and creations, you must have a good time coming to work, right?
Yes, I love it. We make everything they like.
All right, we're going to go ahead and rock out my hat and get ready to head out of here. I think I'm going to drive it out.
Okay.
We're going to drive it out to see what kind of looks and stares we're going to get on the world.
Fits like a glove.
Yeah, it sure does. Only it is not a glove.
Do you think we'll get better Wi-Fi service with this on?
Gosh, I hope so.
Oh, I hope so.
That's a serious antenna you got there on top.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. And the news at 4 starts now.